Welcome back to the 250 bird challenge. We're trying to see 250 different bird species this year, and we are currently visiting California. We start today's video at Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, so stay tuned. After spending the evening in Palm Springs, we drove less than an hour to Big Morongo Canyon Preserve. Let's go there now and find out why today had a little extra bird spotting challenge to it. Okay, and as an extra challenge today, it's the eBird Big Birding Day. We've already seen a pretty cool sighting in the parking lot. We didn't know what it was, but I heard a kind of unusual song that I hadn't heard before. Did some research after getting a little bit of footage of it. It's a Lucy's warbler. That's our first sighting for today. And yeah, it's a lifer for sure. As is often the case, we saw several species of bird at the feeders at the visitor centre. Sara and I usually go birding together, but I had seen a summer tanager once before. For Sara, this is a lifer. Alright, let's carry on, but just don't be judging my beer glasses and Santa hat socks, okay? There was absolutely loads of birds around by the nature centre. We're now continuing around. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. We are seeing a lot of oak titmouse exhibiting nest building behaviour in this area. Chestnut underwing.
Oh yeah.
And a crest, so brown-headed and right. Brown crested, sorry, yeah. Before leaving Big Morongo, we gladly returned to the bird feeders to see if anything new had turned up. With a ton of new lifers, we continued our journey by driving into Joshua Tree State Park, such a unique rocky desert environment. Hi guys, we're in Joshua Tree National Park. We're just taking a quick stop to have a look at some of these cholla cacti. We had a quick stop for lunch, but just before that, I heard a bird call I didn't recognise, so we went traipsing through the desert briefly to find the source. We were rewarded with good looks at a black-tailed gnatcatcher, which scolded us the entire time we watched. Next stop. Okay, we're on the Cottonwood Spring Trail in Joshua Park. This is supposed to be one of the top birding spots within the park, so we'll see if we can pick up any species that are common to this desert environment.
There's the yellowhead on show.
We saw lots we'd already seen, but amongst these giant palm trees, we got good eyes on a cactus wren. Okay guys, just because of time constraints and what is for us quite extreme heat, we're heading out of Joshua Park now. I think we probably have one more stop left for today. We're going to head there now. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a subscribe, hit the red subscribe button. Also appreciate likes and comments, really helps the channel out, so thanks for that. That was really cool to see a cactus wren. That's another bird added to our list, doing pretty well. Some of these stops have been really productive, having a really good time of it, so yeah, stay with us. Let's see where we go next. It was a long drive through the desert, but one I found interesting, passing through different types of terrain, and it was rockier than other deserts, namely the Sahara, that I had visited before. I especially liked Box Canyon, which reminded me of the Roadrunner cartoons, and I half expected a painted-on tunnel to appear with an Acme anvil teetering above it. Meep meep. We had begun the day at Big Morongo Canyon Preserve, passed through Joshua Tree National Park, and our next stop was a small visitors centre at Sonny Bono Salton Sea National Wildlife Refuge. One of the first things we saw was a coach whip snake attempting to swallow a lizard whole. The lucky lizard escaped, and I just caught footage of the snake in hot pursuit. The more observant amongst you may have heard quails calling in the background a couple of times in previous videos. We really wanted to see a quail. We spent an inordinate amount of time playing cat and mouse with one through the bushes, eventually getting eyes on it. We also saw a new dove. I can see his collar. Okay, I'm getting out of breath with all these different stops, but the next bit was super exciting. Yeah, I know, I'm British and repressed, and I never get excited, but listen to me behind the camera here. Holy Burrowing Owl, ladies and gentlemen. That is gold dust. That's like the dream bird. I don't normally swear in these videos, but if there was one bird that I really wanted to see on this trip that I didn't think was going to happen, it would be a burrowing owl. Wow, that's like the perfect lifer. And there's like people just driving past who don't care. Alright Stu, calm down. US Midlands accent comes out when you get excited. Moving on to the next stop. Okay guys, we're at Sonny Bono National Refuge something Unit 1. Sonny Bono Salton Sea National Wildlife Refuge Unit 1. I am still really stoked after seeing that burrowing owl. It's one of my favourite, never seen before birds of all time. We're still really pushed for time, the reason being that we have to go through a mountain pass, and we don't want to be doing that once the sun has gone down. There won't be any lights or anything. So we have come to this marsh area. We're going to check out what we see here. Just finally got a western meadowlark on camera, just outside of the car park area. A couple of terns flew over, but I'm not sure what species they were. Sara thinks they were Caspian terns. They're now out of sight, maybe they'll come back, we'll take a look around. Let's see what's here. Here, a common yellowthroat, and here, marsh wrens. A few swallows have flown over us. That Wichita, Wichita, Wichita sound is a common yellowthroat. We didn't see anything else here, but we did hear a coyote howling in the distance. Anyway, at this point I need to make a couple of corrections to my last video. In the last episode, at the 10 minutes and 43 seconds mark, I show a mountain chickadee, which is a lifer, but the counter in the top corner doesn't go up, so I have to give myself an extra count on the species counter now. Also, I forgot to include it, but we also saw this little pygmy nuthatch at Idlewild. That's another lifer, and I get another count on the species count. Okay, back to the other stew. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a subscribe, hit the red subscribe button. If you hit the bell icon, you'll get notifications of new videos. I appreciate your likes and comments too, it really helps the channel to grow, so thank you for doing that. See you again soon. Stay tuned to the channel. There will be more videos from this California trip to come, and more birding, and hopefully we'll see more. It's been a really good few days. Seen lots of really nice new birds that we hadn't seen before. Really enjoyable trip. I didn't have the camera on, thankfully. I'm too shy, but I may have screamed when I saw the owl. See you soon. Thanks for watching.